Hello, this is RICKY, the Android Guy. Alright guys, so today I'm bringing you a special segment called The Android Guy FYI. And it's on the differences between Windows 8 and Windows RT. I realized that a lot of people don't know what these two are, and so I wanted to do a quick video on what the differences will be when they come out, because it's less than a month now away for Windows to come out. So let me explain the differences. Windows 8 is the replacement of Windows 7. So Windows 8 is a full operating system just like Windows 7. It can play pretty much like all your old programs, like from Photoshop to your past Office to any past programs you pretty much have. It's the same thing as it's just a newer version of Windows 7. It does have a different system in terms of how it looks on the front because it's made for a touchscreen interface as well. So most of the new Windows 8 laptops and tablets will be both touchscreen and of course use of mouse and trackpad. For the majority of them will be. Of course, they're probably going to make some entry-level ones that won't have touchscreen as well. And what that also will cause is Windows 8 tablets that are going to have the full i5 processors and everything like that, and but they're going to be tablets that can actually dock onto a keyboard. So you're going to be seeing some laptops that will basically come separate, as I mean you buy the tablet and then you buy the keyboard. So it's going to be something very common. Now it will be like based on like manufacturers will have only their tablets work with their keyboards, so just keep that in mind. So that's going to be some things on Windows 8. Now the important thing is Windows RT. So Windows RT, I forget what the RT stood for. I looked it up before, but basically what the RT means is that it uses an ARM processor. Now ARM processors are the same ones that are used in all mobile electronics. So in terms of from Samsung to HTC, well, all Android devices as well as Apple devices use these chips from that are designed by a company called ARM, and the blueprint is made by them. So ARM chips are a bit different. They're made for more, lower spec items, as well as being very good at energy consumption. This is why your tablets and phones can last a long time as compared to Intel chips that are lasting a lot less time, but they are more powerful. So that's going to be the differences on ARM, is that they're not as powerful. So Windows RT tablets will not be as powerful as Windows 8, but they're also not going to be the same operating system. Now, they will look identical, but there's two main important differences on Windows RT, and that is one, that Windows RT cannot do programs from the past. You will not be able to. Most of them will not even have a CD or DVD drive. So Windows RT tablets and Windows RT tablets that dock onto keyboards will not have any kind of CD DVD drive support. And the reason is because they want you to, the Windows RT ones will only work with programs that you can download from the Windows Marketplace. So that's going to be the big thing, that all of your apps or programs, apps and programs are going to kind of become interchangeable now at this point. Apps meant applications anyway. For those of you who didn't know the full word of apps, they're applications, meaning they're programs. So yeah, that's a whole nother thing, but just to clarify that you can only get those from the Windows Marketplace. I believe it's called Marketplace. So that's the only place you can get them from. All of your programs will only be the ones that can be downloaded from there. Now another important thing is, now I know that sounds like a big downside, so like, well, who's going to want a Windows RT? Well, I believe Microsoft kind of thought of this, and what they did was they did something very smart. Windows RT tablets, as opposed to Windows 8 tablets, Windows RT tablets will come with Microsoft Office, the full version for home and student. So Word, PowerPoint, and Excel will be on there. So Windows RT tablets are going to come with Microsoft Office 2013. So that's definitely a big thing that they are coming with Office, because it really fills the void for entry level tablets to have Office, because their main purchases are either students or people of business. So that's going to be a really big thing. It's going to allow Windows to kind of catapult very quickly, because I don't know if even Windows knows this, but that is their best service, program, product that they make is Office. Even if you don't like Windows, you use Microsoft Office generally. I've had so many people that are on Macs that they tried Pages and all that kind of stuff, but eventually they always went back to Office just for compatibility issues. So, and even same on Android. I mean, people want Microsoft Office, they always have. So that is their most popular product, and the fact that they're giving it free on Windows RT tablets is a really big seller. In terms of battery life, Windows RT tablets are supposed to last longer, but I'm sure we're going to see some like Ultrabook kind of style tablets for the Windows 8 series that will also last just as long, if not longer. We have seen some Ultrabooks that last up to about 9 hours, 10 hours, although it's rare. Then they're definitely the more expensive ones. Um, so yeah, guys, that's just a little bit clarification on Windows RT versus Windows 8 tablets and laptops that you'll be seeing coming out. Um, as far as I know, there's going to be no more netbooks in the Windows 8 series. They're kind of, I believe, getting rid of those entirely. So that's going to be one other thing too, because they're just assuming if you don't want to spend that much money, you get an RT tablet. Now, the big thing we do not know still is what price points these will all come at. Microsoft has been very, very cautious about giving any kind of pricing. As a matter of fact, they still have not priced their Surface tablet and laptop. There's only been speculation. And I do believe that this will be the deciding factor on whether Windows will be good when it comes to tablets and laptops in the future. I think this will be their deciding factor, is their price points. I could see their laptops still being around, 500, 600, 700, 800. I could definitely see their laptops, but their tablets is what's really crucial right now. If Windows RT is to be adopted by people, giving Office for free is a big part of it, but the other part definitely will be the pricing. My recommendation would be $400. If they can do well, Acer's really against Windows 8 to begin with, but if they can do 300, I think that would be amazing. But if they can't, I would say 400 is a really good price point to go with, and if we see Windows RT tablets come at that, I think you'll definitely see a huge shift in Windows. Now, if you're wondering, well, what does this mean for Android, and what does this mean for Android, and what does this mean for Apple? Well, Apple has long known that they were going to lose tablet market share as of this upcoming year. If not in 2012, they knew they were going to lose in 2013, but they don't care. Apple does not make money off of having the majority market share. They never have. They've always been a company that's based on profit margin. They purposely overprice things so that basically they're going to get more money per unit. They get more money per unit than any other company, whether it be Samsung, whether it be any kind of hardware manufacturer, even Microsoft with their new Surface tablets. No one is getting as much money as Apple, and that's how they're based off of, is they're based on getting high profit margin. So they will lose the tablet market share. They know that. Android, I believe, is at 38% worldwide now in tablet market share. So they're pretty close. And even if Microsoft gains 20% within the next 6 months, that will be it. And Apple will no longer have market share. Actually, did I do that right calculation right? Android has to grow a little bit more, and Microsoft has to grow a little bit more. So yeah, if Android gets 45% and Microsoft gets 20%, then Apple would not be the majority anymore. So these are things that already were expected. As in terms of Android, I think Android's doing really well off because their phones. A lot of people like having the same interface, same ecosystem, and Windows is hurting too much on phones. They just have not done anything impressive still at this point. So I think that's really hurting them. But so yeah, I really think that I believe that it would be easier for Android to make a computer replacement than it will be for Windows to make a good phone. And not that Windows phones are bad, it's just they're nowhere near in comparison to how Android is and what it's become. I mean, 70% of the world mobile smartphone market share is impressive, and that's what Android's done in the past year. So yeah, guys, that's all the information on Windows 8, Windows RT, and how it will affect everyone else. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Once again, this has been RICKY, the Android Guy.